Hi guys, this is Blue Nola coming back with another video. Alright, so today I wanted to kind of talk about Tamar Braxton and everything that's been happening with her. First and foremost, it's been like the most upsetting thing to even hear about or read about. Um, we just never know what somebody's going through. We don't know. And that's why for all of us, for even myself, like it's like we have to be sensitive to how we, of how we deal with people and how we approach people. So they're saying Tamar Braxton hospitalized after police respond to report of an attempted at her LA residence, right? So I'm not going to say the actual word. So they say Grammy nominated singer Tamar was hospitalized Thursday evening after police responded to a report of possible overdose in an attempt in her residence at downtown Los Angeles high rise. Eyewitnesses have learned. Wow, this happened about 9:45 p.m. Right, and they came to the Ritz Carlton residence. So this is like what? She's kind of staying at the Ritz Carlton's, which is turned into a residence, I guess. Where a woman was found unresponsive and unconscious. She is transported to the California Hospital Medical Center, which is located a mile from the skyscraper and was listed in stable condition. Thank God. A source confirmed that eyewitness news that hospitalized woman was Tamar. One of her sisters is a fellow singer, Tony Braxton. Yeah. Um. So Tamar's been through a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna read all that. Tamar's been through a lot. She's been through a lot with her marriage with Vince, her first marriage to this other guy, her marriage with Vince. She was on the TV show The Real, and that all was a big debacle. Even on the Tamar, when she's on the show with her sisters, that seems to be quite a challenge. Even when Aliana Von Zant was on there, which I felt she wasn't the right person to help them. I love Ayana, but I just felt like the personality clashes were there. Um, it just seems like Tamar's been having challenge after challenge. Now, they did report, I think it was her sister, I think it's Trina, said something about she didn't like the way she was being portrayed on a show that she's about to come out with. And Tamar was, extremely upset about that. So let's just look at the energy around Tamar. Let's first of all, let's look. I was going to pull oracle cards first, but let's just look at the energy around Tamar, and then we'll pull a few oracle cards for her. Okay, just to kind of see what's going on with her, because I understand her being upset because she was saying something about somebody did release like a random message that she must have written about being a slave and wanting to get out of her contract. And so you can attribute that to the situation that she has going on with we. So let's look at the energy around Tamar Braxton and what happened to her and the energy around we. Like, what's their relationship like? What's going on with we? Issues. Wanting her freedom from them. So this is about we. So we're going to confirm it. We. This is about them not being able to come to like a true place of peace and a path of there's no compromise, right? It feels combative energy. This is definitely about strife between them. So yeah, it's almost like not finding a place of peace and not having patience with each other. So they were saying on that show that she's found arguing with people and they're arguing with her or whatever. This is this energy, right? This is this energy. There's also an energy with the Six of Swords that talks about her, trying to move away from strife. But this is an energy around resisting transition. I'm going to be honest. Tamar probably should not be doing reality shows. I think Tamar probably needs to do more like movies or stay focused in the music, because when it comes to like personal stuff, it seems like that's where she's having the biggest challenges. Because this is an energy around emotional baggage. So going into a reality show where they're going to try to ask questions and try to dig for certain things, and they're trying to be explosive as possible. Even with those sisters, I'm sure they never had all those problems until they did Family Braxton Values. I'm sure they had issues. It's a bunch of women, but not to the magnitude that it got to. But when you're on a reality show, they don't want to see you giving to the community and, having a happy life. They want the drama. So I think that what Tamar needs to probably do is, because she looks like she is going to get her freedom from this contract. There's an energy around her needing to just not do reality shows, like not be a part of a show where you have producers trying to dig and create salacious stories and want something out of you that you're not willing to give. Tamar's energy is up and down, right? There's an imbalance with her. So there are going to be moments that, just like on Braxton Family Values, she's going to want to share, and there are going to be moments she's not going to want to share. Another thing is, this feels like an energy over just, again, um, sense of direction. It's almost like, how, like, people go into a room and say, okay, this is the way it's gonna look, and then you get the end results, and you're like, this is not what I told you, this is not what we agreed on. So this is why they have the temperance card here, and they have unresolved issues here, because it's almost like you still did what you wanted to do despite me telling you no. And so despite her challenges and her fights and her pleas with them, they still move forward to deliver the product they wanted to deliver. This is about Tamar. This is an energy around her. She's going to move on from this. This is about, like, the sorrow, the pain, the disappointment, and all of this. This is her gaining clarity, having hope, rebuilding and healing. And she's going to actually move on from this. All right? So this is the heart and the Three of Swords in reverse. This is about her finally getting to a better place of peace. Let's go ahead and pull up just a few more cards, because this does seem like an energy. Give us additional information around Tamar's state of mind. And is this all just related to the show that she was about to do with We? I mean, she had problems with them before, so I'm surprised she went back and continued to try to have this next experience with them. Yeah, just negativity, right? She really thought going with We, she could kind of like, okay, I'm doing this on my own. This is a new beginning. She's thought, this is the energy around wanting to rebuild, and, kind of like if Monique were to go on The Housewives, if she had decided, that would be an opportunity to rebuild, like to kind of show people how you really look and how you come across. The problem is, that's not what they did, right? So this is an energy around her just feeling disappointment. This is about a person that's already having low self-esteem, and you're making them feel even lower. This is about them feeling like you're not showing them love, right? This is about, like, attacking her when she's at her most insecure point and she's very, very low. Again, she's going to come out on top. This is about a person who she's suffering, and this feels like energy around suffering too, to assert, like, not telling people how much she was suffering. So this is a person who she's a very complex person. She's a very perceptive person. She can be clear-minded at times, but then there are times that she is suffering and she's not saying anything. So that's something that she's going to have to develop within herself. The Page of Wands energy is here, and this is talking about, again, freedom. She's got 2 freedom cards here. So she will eventually gain her freedom from her contract, and that's a creativity card. So she'll gain her freedom and do what she needs to do in order to get out of it, right? I don't think it'll be easy. I think, it won't be an easy thing for her to do, but I think she can do it, all right? So the incident it does involve the WeTV people. It does involve the fact that she wasn't happy about it. But again, Tamar has had some challenges already that will lend to, her kind of being pushed over the edge. And again, I mean, if you and I come to, like, a decision about how I'm gonna be viewed, and you're still doing what you want to do, yeah, that's gonna lead to problems. Let's get some spirit guide messages for Tamar Braxton. Spirit, this is for Tamar Ernestine Braxton. How old is Tamar? I don't even know. And I just want to, she's 43, born March 17th, 1977. All right, so let's get the energy, and let's get some spirit guide. Oh, these cards just falling out for Tamar. Wow. We're going to get a few more spirit guide messages for Tamar Braxton. I'll pull this first card. Wow. All right, so just a few messages for Tamar. And again, this is just, this is just my way of just, wanting to just kind of understand what was going on with her. But Tamar, you are good enough. This is the energy. So despite anything that's happened, the people that are around you, the way that you've been made to feel, the way you make yourself feel, you are good enough, right? This is about the fact that you're able, you have some, and I'm not going to talk about self-reflection because there's some self-reflection here, but this is about being conscious of uh, and taking back your power. So you are good enough. Don't ever let anybody tell you you're not. Step out of your comfort zone, right? So fight for what you want. Get out of this contract. Start moving yourself in a direction that it makes you feel good, right? I think getting into the reality TV thing it's easy, it's quick, it's fast, but also it brings up a lot of uncomfortable issues, right? So it's an energy around, taking control, and it's an energy around moving yourself in a different direction and stepping out of your comfort zone. Get into acting, get into some other things that's gonna give you certain fulfillment, make yourself happy. Believe in the impossible, right? This is about, her having inner strength. This is Spirit Guide message about inner strength and having determination. Tamar, you'll have victory. Energy around meditate and contemplate. This is a big one, right? Right? So when things are no longer working for you, it's time to let it go. You have to change it. If it's no longer working for you, it's no longer valid towards you, you have to regenerate. You have to move on. You have to be able to make changes, whether it's the job situation, the family situation. You have to be able to make different choices. Surrender to the divine. I love that card, right? This is about using your inner voice, your intuition. This is about your divine truth. This is about you moving yourself forward, right? Manifesting the things that you want to manifest. I love this card. It feels like a high priestess energy. Last but not least, look at the bigger picture, right? Look at the opportunities that are being offered to you and make choices that make sense for you, that you can get focused and get grounded with. Don't cut off your possibilities. And if it's still tied to this, if something isn't working for you, move on and let it go. Ultimately, there's an energy around Tamar being okay. There's an energy around her coming out of this. There's an energy around her having some self-reflection. She knows this, guys. And again, there's an energy around people having a bad time. It's so important to understand that when you feel that you're at a low point, that you say something. People need to recognize it and understand it. Take time to have self-reflection. I feel she'll be fine. It's just about Tamar having balance. That's what it feels like. But all of this is tied to what happened with feeling like she's not able to get out of her contract, feeling like they're not respecting her, feeling like they're basically backstabbed her. A lot of that is tied to that, and she's overly emotional. And again, look at how she was doing on the Braxton family. She was pulling in and out of that show, so that tells you a lot about how she didn't want to be portrayed and the things that she didn't want people to hear about her or see about her. So I can understand that, but we have to remember there's bigger issues underneath that, right? Remember she talked about that when Ayana Van Zant was on there about childhood things and things with her sisters and things with the family. She has had a lot of brokenness in her family and around her. That's kind of contributed and attributed to what she goes through today. That's something that Tamar needs to find a good way to balance that. Start with prayer, start with meditation, get a good counselor. Find your center and your balance. Sometimes it's easy to do it on your own, sometimes it's not. I think that she has such a strong personality in this energy. It's almost like she needs to find someone to match that energy, or she needs to find someone who's even stronger. Because David, the boyfriend, she takes over. She takes over the sisters, the mom, and everybody. So there needs to be someone that can come in who's just as strong, but who can be able to balance with her and help her understand the big picture. I'm praying for Tamar. I wish her the best of luck. I hope that she can have a recovery. She's going to always have challenges, but she needs to understand she is good enough. She needs to understand she needs to come out of her comfort zone. She needs to understand that she needs to believe in the impossible. She needs to know that she can meditate and contemplate and make better decisions. She needs to know surrendering to the divine is going to lead her on her way. And looking at the bigger picture is always going to be the key to success. Don't look at it right now. Sometimes we look at what's happening right now. We're kind of like the nine of swords, right? We make things bigger than what it is, and we make things worse than what it is, and sometimes it is, but it's a moment in time. It's a period in time that we can overcome. So that's why it's important for her to look at the bigger picture and not make things bigger than what it is. Um, Again, guys, thank you so much. I don't even know what's Tamar's sign. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even know